Welcome to the video. So today I'm going to be doing a spontaneous build challenge. Whatever I can make with what I got. Let's do it. Let's take the scraps out. You just wheel the cart out. Yo, I got all these chairs now. I can't pass up a good chair. Look, I got this one. Fucking look at this one. And one more. And this one. Guess how much all these chairs cost? All of them all together, $22. That's nothing. Nothing. Okay, anyways, I gotta move all my chairs now just to get my saw out and stuff. This one I can use while I'm building. We're just gonna take her out. I'm such a nerd for wood. More scraps. Scraps. Dude, what about this? Dude, I have plexiglass. I don't know if I could get, you never know. You never know, right? More wood. These are all hardwoods too. Also have all like these pipe fittings. I would love to incorporate this into my builds. And there's more wood, but I can't take all of it out. Look at this. It's marble. Yeah. You know I'm gonna put this into something. One day, I'm gonna be super fancy. There's a lot. There's a whole ass tabletop here too. And then more side pieces of the booth. I had 2 left over from the build, so I could make a chair. A lot of stuff. Oh! There's more wood here. I already got all the wood out now, so let me think. I'm just playing. I need to look at it. This I want to incorporate naturally into a shelf. These are always good to work with right away. Oh, it's not great. I'm not working with great pieces. This is a leg. A leg. Let me just get like the solid pieces. This is a solid piece. Solid pieces. Solid pieces. Marbles. I mean, I could make more gravity hangers. It's always an option. It's really good to use the smaller pieces of wood to make gravity hangers. These little pieces would be good for like small plant stands. Maybe I can do that, small plant stands. Let's write stuff down. Oh shit, look, magnets. You know what, I want to do propagation stands because I have so many of those glass tubes. Propagation stands. Maybe just stands, period. You'll see. Stands. Okay, now I'm getting ideas. Maybe a stool. You know what else is good about doing a challenge like this? I'm gonna organize my scraps right now, and I'm gonna see exactly what I have again. Because we forget. Oh, beautiful. Like what? What? Coasters? Coasters, that's enough. No, I never made coasters before. Hey? Coasters. Gotta use my bandsaw a lot today. I feel that. I feel that. This rando ass thing. I should just throw this away. It has potential. It has potential. Pipe fittings. I've explored this a tiny bit when I was making the candle holders. I still want to use it for that. I should just fucking do it, huh? Like this, and then the candle here, like kind of in the block somehow. Oh, then you hang this on the wall. Hello? Oh my god. Candelabra, but I was gonna say ghetto, but I think there's a better word for it. I don't know, a ghetto candelabra, kinda. How much should I write ghetto candle holder on the wall? Industrial? You know what I mean. Okay, I got a lot of ideas now. I have an idea for the plexiglass, but I think I want to save that for another time. I was thinking of doing like a container to hold like your cereal or whatever, your rice and stuff. Like the wooden box with the glass lid in the front. Oh my god, my brain, I'm a genius. I just think of so many things. I think I'm gonna wait on that one. I'm just gonna start rough cutting stuff. It's a building. It's a building now. I was having trouble at my table saw with the hardwood pieces, so I came over to my bandsaw to resaw the boards. I think my table saw needs a new blade. Since I don't have a real fence for this, every time I needed to move the board, I had to move the fence. So time consuming, but it worked. I resawed these boards and look at how beautiful they came out. Ah, dude, that's my new favorite thing to do now, is to resaw boards. I'm gonna get a proper fence for that. This is it. This is the idea. Okay. So I'm thinking of doing something like, with these blocks, I'm making a candle holder. I drew a design I liked and I'm trying it out at the table saw. This was really satisfying to do. I love this tool so much. New favorite tool unlocked. So this is what I got so far. These are going to be the ghetto candelabras, the ghetto candle holder, or the industrial whatever. I'm going to put these into there. Boom. This is going to be a propagation stand. You'll see more on that in a bit. These are going to be little stands. I just have to make legs for them. And these are going to be magnets. So I drew out a shape here of an arrow. And this I'm going to try to cut out a heart. And this is a little tiny one that I thought was cute from a cutoff. So I can add like, it looks like a landscape. So I thought that was pretty. I'm going to try to cut these out. Oh no! We can just glue that, right? Can this be saved? Yes, it can. Because I will save it. So now I need to make little legs for this. I like this one, the look of this one. So I just need to cut them to be identical. Got these cut to the same size. Now I just need to cut them to the length of these tops. It's pretty much top. I'm cutting a dado for the legs. I'm adjusting the fence to the width of the legs. And once I have it in the right spot, I pass both of my boards through. Then after they're both through, I have to adjust the fence and just keep removing material until the whole dado is cut out. Hey, so I made a new arrow. The other one was too thin. That's why it cracked so easily. New one, it was much easier to cut too. I was looking at how to do the propagation stand. The block is going to be sick, watch. But when I was going through the pipes, I found this thing, this T. And if the little propagation glass tubes, they fit in here a little too big. So watch out, wait. I have these little cutoffs. This is why I save everything. This is why woodworkers save everything. They're gonna come in handy later. You just gotta be creative. Now, I'm gonna put this here. I'm gonna insert it into here, glue it in there, and this is gonna go here. And this I can make it into a magnet as well. Now for this thing, oh my God, because it's too, it'll just fall out, right? I'm just gonna add like a dowel at the bottom. That's just the length of the tube. Dude, I'm so excited. For this small propagation holder, I'm going to tape it to this plywood board that I have secured in my table. And this tape is so much better than the Gorilla Glue tape. So much better. Or the Gorilla tape, whatever. And I'm using a 3/4 inch Forstner bit, and this is where the pipe fits well. That looks good. Oh. You know what this looks like? You know what vibe this is giving me now? I'm just saying. Now for the candle holder, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm drawing out where I want to place the pipe. I hammer a hole so that the drill bit doesn't wander. Now I'm just going to cut out a bit for where the pipe is going to sit. I had an idea. So I brought my pieces over to my crosscut sled because here I want to cut out a dado. This dado is going to hold a smaller piece of wood. When I'm burning a candle, I get worried about where the wax is going to go, so I'm putting this here to hopefully help with that. So this is what I had in my head. Look at it, isn't it gorgeous? Ugh, I love it, it's perfect. Here I'm doing a dry fit to make sure that the legs will fit later when I have glue. Gonna knock that in. And they fit pretty good. They're really snug and that's what I want. The combination of hardwood with this drill bit was not working. It was just not going through the wood. So I brought out my masonry bit to get the hole going and it worked. And then I went in with the other bit to round it out more. And now the dowel fits. I need new bits. I need a lot of stuff.
Well, it's hella crooked, but okay.
But making it work. So this bit is the size of my magnet. I don't know why I tried this again because it didn't work a moment ago. I'm trying to cut out so that the magnet will sit flush with the wood. So this was not working.
So time to bust out the big dog. Busted out my router to cut out the holes for the magnets. And of course that worked beautifully. I had to start slow since I was plunging into the wood. So just be careful with that. And also left like these little like
a nipple.
What looks like a nipple at the end because I'm cutting such a small surface area. I just couldn't clear that with the router bit. To attach the pipe to the wood, I wanted to use a really strong adhesive to make sure it stayed. So I'm using JB Weld. Hey. So now back to the little tea stands. There's a bunch of gaps in here because I used a board where it was a glue up. So you know me, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna fill it up with glue and then just sand it. Easiest thing to do, other than using actual wood filler, which I don't have.
See how there's all these gaps?
This is a very crude way, like very basic, easy way to cover up gaps in wood. Just you want to get all the wood inside of the cracks and then wipe away anything in excess. Now this does require a ton of sanding. You don't want any wood glue left over on the surface. You just want it to fill the cracks with the sawdust and sand a whole bunch to get rid of the glue that is remaining on top. This tape is way better. Way better. I have 2 of these blocks. Both of them are going to be for propagation stands. Here I'm using a round over bit to round the edges. Now this area where the X's are, this long rectangle, I'm going to remove all of this material all the way through. I really need a router table, so these are the things I have to do to get straight lines. See how it's so hard to find the right position? It takes forever. I need a router table. Yeah. I was in the middle of routing. I realized I need a board in the back. That way that comes out as a straight line too. So this took a lot of passes because for some reason I chose a 1/4 inch cove bit. See, that was not a good idea. It took forever. So after one pass, this is how it looks. I can only go so deep on one side. So now I'm gonna flip it over and making sure that I have it in the same position. Now I did another pass and that's how deep I got. And this bit just couldn't do it anymore. It's the wrong bit for this situation. It's already burnt. Here we go. This one's the right bit. I switched to a 5/8 inch straight bit. This only took 2 passes instead of 3 and a whole bunch of the old one. So this was a lot faster. About 3 passes later, and I was able to go all the way through. So this is the second block. This one I'm starting off with pre-drilling where I want the propagation tubes to be. On the other one, I did not do that. I thought maybe I should do this first. I'm using a countersink bit because it's really sharp and drives well, unlike the other bits I've used. I messed up here and I should have just started with this Forstner bit, but luckily I was able to get it. Now on this block, I want to approach this one differently since the first one took a long time. The whole long rectangle section, I'm gonna just drill out as much as I can. I'm gonna just do this whole line and drill it out. I want to remove as much material as possible, that way the router doesn't have to do so much. Now with the router, it was much easier since there was less material. Now I'm going back to the first block and drilling all the holes for the propagation tubes. I have it in the vise because I feel like it would break since there's no material in the middle anymore.
Dude, wow. Dude, doing these two things took way longer than I thought it would. I think it took at least 3 hours. I was experimenting with different ways to do it. So once I got to the second one, I did this one a lot faster because I removed more material with the drill bit. Because I don't have a drill press, that's how I would have approached it, using a drill press to just drill a bunch of holes and just remove excess material with a router, and ideally at a router table. But, you know, working with what I got. Now they're done. Look at all this mess. I do not like this part. I need to clean up a bit before I can move on because this is too much. It's too much. Next day. Few things left to do, very minor. I'm trying to get glue on my table right now. It's just regular super glue. And then for the tubes, I need to stop about there. Just get a little more here. Wow. Now to hang this on the wall, I'm just gonna drill a hole in here so you can just hang it on a screw or something like that. I should have did that before installing the pipe in this, because now I just have to hold it ever so delicately. Here you go. Yo, I get to oil everything now. So excited. Gonna make this grain pop. Gonna make it pop. This is what I have, so I'm just gonna use it. I wish I had Danish oil, but is what I got. Ooh, it's so excited. Here you are. Here's everything that I was able to make. Got the candle holders. I really like the look with the pipe with the wood. Love it. Little tea stands. The propagation stands. Ooh, love them. Gorgeous. My drill bit was a bit wide. I didn't have anything that perfectly fit these tubes. So for now, that's what works. And then the magnets and the little propagation magnet stands. Okay, I have a magnet under it to support it. The magnets that I used weren't the strongest, so that's my bad. But they work. I'm just having that there for support because I'm scared. Huh? But I wouldn't leave it like that. I'm gonna drill these into the wall for sure. So use stronger magnets, like strong. They do work. It's scary. The little landscape ones, so here they are. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you build with what you got on hand. Thank you for watching. Now watch this video so you can learn how to make a solar oven, and watch this video so you can learn how to make this gym cabinet. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Little Japanese tea stands. Guys, look, there it is. It's hanging up here. Oh, isn't it so cool? Freaking love it. Love it.